All right, so welcome to Printing a Photogram in the Dark Room, and you will see that I have in my handy dandy tray an assortment of objects that I'm going to make a shadow print or a rayogram or a photogram of under the enlarger. One of the key things to keep in mind when making these is that you use a combination of opaque and translucent objects. So opaque means objects that light cannot pass through. So objects that are completely solid, that no light can pass through. So this would qualify as opaque. So with this, let's see. This is not opaque. If we held it up to the light, we would see some light passing through probably. So that does it for my opaque things. And I would say that this is a maybe translucent. So translucent means some light can pass through. This is definitely translucent. This will make a really cool faint, sort of a gray print. Some light can pass through this. Some light can pass through this. And this is a combination of substances. So we'll just have to see what this gives us. Okay, so notice that like I said, I have them in the tray, and that's important that you use a tray to get your objects so that you can keep track of where they are. So I bring them to the enlarger station, I set them aside, and I get my enlarger set up. So here we are in the dark room, and what we want to use is the enlarger should be set to f8, which should be set for you in advance, and the timer itself should be set to 5 seconds. All right, so those are the settings needed. Also, when I flip the little toggle switch here to check the light, remember all the photo paper is put away at this point. I'm checking to make sure this entire enlarger base is covered with light. So again, when I shut it off, turn it back on, that's what I'm checking for, and it is. If it's not covering the whole enlarger base, then I need to raise or lower the enlarger. So right now I've lowered the enlarger way down. Now I've raised it back up, so that's good to go. Okay, so basically, when I hit the timer in the middle, it's going to stay on for 5 seconds. So at this point, I want to get my photo paper out. So here's my photo paper, and I place it in the center of the little rectangle that's taped out. Now, I make sure that the emulsion side is up. So remember, you check that the silver coated side is facing up. And I'm just gonna, now I'm gonna create my composition. So I'm going to take these objects and arrange them on this paper. I'm going to do it sort of quickly. Try to think in terms of composition, all the stuff we've been talking about. So lines are good to lead your eye through. Overlapping is good to unify it. Okay, so I'm overlapping some objects. Let's see, I'll put the necklace on top of the bubble wrap. See, so I'm making like an S curve right now. I'm going to put it off center. Put these pins down here. I'm clustering things together. I really like this gauze. It gives a nice texture, really sort of a ghostly texture. And this glove I thought could be kind of funny, right? I could just use my hand for that matter. Why don't I just use my hand? All right, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put my hand right here. Okay, I'm going to hit that button. I'm going to expose. Uh-oh, I better get out of the way of the light. Let's see, I'm going to go like this. No, that's in the way of the camera. I'm going to go like this. There we go. I'm going to hit the button and expose the paper for 5 seconds. Ooh, ah. All right, hang on. All right, before we go into the developer, I just want to show you, look at, I've written my name on the back edge of this paper. Don't forget to do that. And here we go into the developer. Let's see what we get. Get those tongs under, tap it under right away, all of it, and agitate. Voila, everyone. There you have it. Develop for the full minute, and what you're hoping to find are some pure whites on the objects that were opaque, such as my hand, and some gray areas on the objects where light was able to get through, and maybe light was able to get around these beads. And then this is a really cool area with the push pins and stuff as well. As soon as you're about 20 seconds from the end, remember to drain the print. Do not shake it, just hold it from the corner. Go straight through the rest of your steps, just like you would for any other kind of photographic process in the darkroom. All right.